Alright guys, so today we are gonna be discussing how to apply for naturalization or how to go and explore their website on how to do it. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna type in a search engine you're using, Google, internet fax, whatever you are using, and just type in uscis.gov, or I will put the description the link to the website. So the first thing you're gonna do is the website is gonna appear like this, and then you just click to Ask Emma here where the arrow is pointing, and then after that you just type in N400 and go click send. And then Emma will take you in this area here where it says N400 application for naturalization. And then as you can see here, the form N400, you can download this here. And it is the updated version. Because if you submitted the not updated version, it's gonna go back to you and it's just gonna delay your application. So what you can see when you get in this page here, you can see the number of pages, edition date, where to file is very important, the filing fee, and the evidence you needed to apply for this, for naturalization. So if you click the number of pages, it will show form 20 and the instruction is 18. So you'll see when you download the file here. You can just download it and print it. And then if you see the edition date, as you can see here, it's 9/17/19. But it says starting 12/16/19, we will only accept the 9/17/19 edition. So you can see this edition date here on the upper right corner of the form if you downloaded it. So just make sure it will say here the updated version, and then where to file. So as you can see, there are states here, and then if you are on those states, you can mail your form to this FedEx or US Postal Service here, the address. And then if you live in this state area here where the Alabama, Arkansas, Connecticut, all of the state, you can mail that on this address here. And me, I was in Wisconsin, so I did mail it to this address here with the USCIS PO Box, Chicago, Illinois. Because if you send it in the other state, where you're not supposed, because they get the jurisdiction. And if you send it in the office where it's not this jurisdiction, they are gonna transfer it. Like what happened to my form I-751, well, it's get transferred. So I submitted my form to California, and then they transfer it to Nebraska, where it is the jurisdiction is. So this is additional instruction here. If you are applying based on being a current or former member of military, a spouse of a current member of military, a close relative of a deceased member of military, file your application at the location listed below. So if you are a military relative, a spouse, or a military, you have to file your form in a different one. This is given here in this print here. So I get this from their website, so they might update it. So if you are like, this is 2019 right now, and if you are watching this in different years, so you might want to check their website again. So this is the filing fee as of 2019. You gotta pay $640 and additional of $85 for biometrics fee. So the exception is if the applicant is 75 years of age and older, they are not need to pay for biometric fee. They only need to pay for $640 filing fee. And no fee is required for military applicants filings under section 328 and 329 of the INA. And this is the checklist of required initial evidence here. So if you are applying for the naturalization, you need a copy of your permanent resident card, a copy of your marriage certificate if you are married. But if you are a child of in a different circumstances, so you can only submit the document that is applicable to you. So if you're not married, obviously you can't submit a marriage certificate. So the N426 request for certification of military or naval services, obviously if you are in military service. And DD Form 214 or discharge of orders if you are applying for naturalization based also on military service. So a copy of official military orders if you are also in military, and evidence of your citizen spouse employment abroad if you are applying under 319. And then 2 passport style photograph if you reside outside the United States. So on my situation, I reside here in the United States, so I didn't need to submit these 2 passport style photographs. And the only document I submitted is the copy of my permanent resident card and the copy of my marriage certificate, because that is the only 2 documents applicable to me. So it depends on what is your situation. So that is all, guys. I hope that is very helpful. Leave me a comment below if you have more questions. Thank you for watching. Alright, guys, so today is October 24th. So I just did my citizenship interview, and I thought I passed on the history and the English test. So they give me a form, and they checked the thing that they said you passed on the history and the English test, and they said they check also the market on the paper that congratulations, you are recommended for your approval on your, they're like recommending me to be approved on the citizenship, and they will mail me when to take the oath of allegiance. So anyway, the process on this one is really different than the green card, because the green card, it took us like more than a year or so. This one, it take us like, we started July, August, September, October. So it did only take 3 months for this process. This is fast. I thought like we're gonna do it next year, but right now I'm done with my interview, and I'll just wait the mail to arrive to take the oath of allegiance. So anyway, I had a video too on when we take our fingerprint, and then on that time they don't take visitors. If you're just taking fingerprint, they won't let you bring in some visitors. So Claude just waited in the car. But for the interview, they will let you bring a visitor with you, so which is great. So Claude doesn't have to wait in the car. And yeah, it was, I've been studying, the best way to study is like the audiobook. You will go to their website. I'll just show here a video of how to go to their website and then download the audiobook, because that one you can really just listen to it like I do. I did like listen to it every morning for 3 weeks. So you kind of have memorized all the question and answer, because all question and answer is there anyway for you to they don't make it so difficult for you that, you know, like taking quiz or something. So they give you the answer and the question, all you need to do is memorize it. So I had also a book that they gave me during my fingerprints, but I didn't use that much because I did find the audio thing, which is better, because you just have your headphone on and then, you know, it will keep going with the answer and question. So usually the 10 question, and you should have like 6 correct out of 10. So I don't know how many questions he asked me, but it's, you know, you memorize everything already by listening to it every day for 3 weeks. So but I didn't count it, but based on how I estimated, I have like 5 questions, or probably more than that, but that's how I feel, because I didn't really count. I will just wait for the, what do you call that, for the mail to come in, and after that I will be applying for dual citizenship. So we will be back in Chicago right after I had my certificate from being a citizen. So that's the process, guys. So the very, very complicated process, I would say, is the green card. The very, very one, the 10 years, and let's say the visa, the one you came in here. So the 2 years green card, the conditional green card, I think the process on that is not too complicated as the one with the removing the condition on your residence. So anyway, I hope this gives you a little bit of idea, guys, how does process work. I'm gonna put a little bit videos here on how to go to their website, because other people, if they're applying for something like that, like a green card or a citizenship, they would hire people to do this, but
save your money.
yeah, there's a way to do that, which I will show you here at the end of this video, how to just go to their website and it will give you everything. You can do it, because me and Claude is starting the process. We did all it by ourselves, starting with the visa, with the citizenship. It's all with the website. This is the thing too, when you're applying for an application, anything, it is confusing when you hear it from somebody. Like for instance, when I was applying for my 10 years residence, my green card for 10 years, so I was talking to a friend, and then she lived in other state, so her jurisdiction is different than mine. So, you know, I just asked her everything, because I didn't know what to do back then. I didn't know that you can just go to their website and all information is right there. So she told me that, you know, you have to submit the application in the California. It's somewhere in California, the address. But the thing is, USCIS office have its jurisdiction. Like, what happened to our application is, you know, they started processing it in California, and then when it got to the fingerprint area, you know, when it's near the end of the process, it get transferred to Nebraska, because that is where the jurisdiction of Wisconsin is, you know. So it's kind of get delayed with the process, but it is very important that if you are processing, just go to their website.
Got a new citizen.
Steak Jones. First cloth I still undecided.
Maybe I'll get the black eyes New York strip.